Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I have horrible news today. For those of you that do not know, Ty Reviews unfortunately will not be making it to the live stream tonight. My name, however, is Tyler Reviews, and tonight I'm going to be taking all your movie questions. So I'm sorry, guys. It's unfortunate, but today Ty just couldn't make it, man. Guys, it's me. I don't know if you guys couldn't tell, but there's a little movie. There's a little movie right here that I'm pretty excited for, that I feel we need to discuss today. And listen, before I say anything, thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you guys so much for being here, seriously. It means the world to me. But in all seriousness, before I say a thing, I need you guys to start sending some questions in. Let's get the chat going. Because obviously I'm always behind. I'm always behind in the chat. I constantly forget. But send your thoughts, your hot takes, your questions, your opinions, anything. It could be movie related. It could be about YouTube. It could be about anything, honestly. Of course, I want to talk movies. 1 week today, believe it or not, is actually my birthday. And in also 1 week today, Jurassic World Rebirth comes out. We've got a stacked July coming up in just 1 week. I feel like that's what everyone's been talking about. And I think it's time to talk about July. We've got Fantastic Four, right? We've got Superman. And of course, we've got none other than Jurassic World Rebirth, which, hasn't been getting the best reviews. But at the same time, we'll see what happens. But listen, is my internet acting up? Because quite honestly, I see that my Wi-Fi isn't exactly incredible right now. But listen, thank you guys so much for being here. And in a couple of minutes, we will start answering some questions. But I need your guys' questions. I mean, you guys are the ones that are fueling this. I want to know what you guys want to talk about. And not even just that. Not even just your questions. Just any of your thoughts. Any of your thoughts that you guys have, whatever you guys want to talk about, that's what I'm here for. But at the same time, again, it's provided by you guys, so I need you guys. I'm lagging a bit. Guys, I'm sorry about that. I'm trying to work on it. I'm really trying to work on it. But you know what? I'm trying to do my best. But listen, we could get some questions rolling in here. We could get started whenever, but I'm only seeing a couple. So I'm going to need you guys to clutch up here. Whatever's on your mind about movies, I just want to hear it. It could be about Marvel, DC, or even just how your day is going. I'd love to hear how your day is going. And I mean, let's hear it. Well, I'll just start off by saying this, okay? This is something I've been thinking about. It's a bit random. It's completely random, but I want to start off with a topic that I want to discuss. I've been thinking about Sinners every single day. I honestly am starting to get the feeling that it's not going to be topped this year. As excited as I am for Superman, something about Sinners is just genuinely so special. Again, sorry, I hope that my Wi-Fi is working here because I see that it's lagging a bit. But there's something about Sinners that is just so special, and I just cannot get it out of my mind. I think it's easily Ryan Coogler's best movie. And the thing is, I've been thinking, why do I love Sinners so much? Why? There has to be a reason. And again, we're going to get to your questions in a second, but I just want to start off with the topic. Why do I love Sinners so much? And I think the reason I love Sinners so much is because it's actually somewhat like Jurassic Park. And just hear me out here. Jurassic Park's probably a top 3, if not my favorite movie of all time. And the more that I think about it, the more I'm like, Sinners is kind of like Jurassic Park. Let's compare the two quickly, because I've just been thinking about this. I didn't even see it online either. I was just sitting there. I'm like, why do I love Sinners so much? First of all, the first half is basically of both of these movies. Again, I'm comparing the two. The first half of both of these is basically just setup. They just set up the world and they introduce you to all these interesting characters. The back half of these movies have these interesting gimmicks that are both introduced. One being vampires, one being dinosaurs. And they both just take you on such a wild ride. At the same time, they're both summer-ish blockbusters. They're kind of taking place during like the summer, I guess you could say. And from there, I think that the themes, they kind of wear their themes on their sleeve. With Jurassic Park, you've got the chaos theory, you've got the life finds a way. 10 people in here, by the way, thank you so much. And again, I'm just rambling here for a second, but I've just been thinking about how Sinners and Jurassic Park are just both such similar movies. Completely different from the premise perspective, even filmmaking perspective. But I hope that you guys see what I mean there. I feel like they're both pretty similar. Again, Sinners just has these deep themes that it wears on its sleeve. It's telling you what the themes are to your face, not in an exposition way, but in a way that flows through the story. And again, I think Jurassic Park kind of does the same thing. it makes it very obvious. But listen, let's get into some of these questions. I just wanted to kind of start off with that comparison. And there's also other things that I'm quite honestly forgetting because I was thinking about it for literally like 15 or 20 minutes the other day. There's other little things that I picked up on where I was like, oh, that's also like Jurassic Park. Oh, that's also like Jurassic Park. And if I think of more of them, I will be talking about them. But listen, let's get into this chat here. So again, guys, I'm going to need you. I'm going to need you here. I'm going to need you guys to pull up strong because then I'm just going to have to ramble if there's no questions. And quite honestly, that kind of sucks. But let's get into it. The Super Tie thumbnail. Listen, I cooked this up literally like 15 minutes before I started the stream because I actually just got home from rewatching Elio. Got to see it with my little cousin and my mom. Got to take advantage of the Discount Tuesdays, you know? Of course, my mom's worth every penny, but at the same time, it's Discount Tuesday. Why not take advantage of the deal? So I used my AMC A-list, got their tickets for them, and we went to go see it. And honestly, just want to throw this out there, I actually liked Elio better on rewatch. Just going to put that out there. I actually really liked it. I don't want to say a lot better, but I definitely liked it better on rewatch. I was at 3 stars. I'm now at 3.5 stars. Another thing I want to mention, if anyone wants to ask me about my thoughts on F1, I would love to talk about my thoughts on F1. But if someone wants to send that in the chat, I'm giving you guys an alley-oop. So let's keep going here. Anyone watching Ironheart, shout out to my man John, who is unfortunately in my Discord. Well, not unfortunately in my Discord, but he's unfortunately a Steelers fan, and they just got Aaron Rodgers. For those of you that don't know, my former quarterback, because I'm a Jets fan, and he's going to have to go through some suffering. But we're not here to talk about sports. I just had to throw that shot at my boy from the Discord. The countdown, man. God, I love the countdown. You have to trust me one last time, ask counter. That reminds me of the ending of Ghost Protocol where there's the countdown and Ethan stops it. And I forgot what he says. I think he says, like, mission accomplished. It's like the most corny thing ever. I love it. Ghost Protocol's my second favorite Mission Impossible movie. Just a random thing. My man Slice Dude, man. Slice Dude is a pillar of my channel. Dare I say? Slice Dude is one of the pillars of my channel. Shout out to my man Slice Dude. He's always commenting on the videos. He's always giving me video ideas. And he's a friend of the channel. That's what I call the people on my Discord, but I really do mean it when I say that. Shout out to my man Slice Dude. All the way in Ohio, if I'm not wrong. Because I know my man was where they filmed Superman. I remember that. Say that again. Ty Kent. Listen, man, what could I say? Ty, when is it the worst time to get a phone call? First of all, in the movie theaters, I think it's the worst time to get a phone call. I know that I'm a movie channel, so that's such an easy laugh. But in all seriousness, it's one of these things where it's like, is this an emergency? Do I get up and leave the movie, but then I'm missing parts of the movie? It's one of the most stressful places I think you could honestly get a phone call. Because if you're in like class, like I'm in college, but if you're in class, you know, you could always just like walk out or just text somebody. The professor's not really going to care. But in a movie theater, you're like, like, I don't want to miss the movie, but also, is this an emergency or is like my friend or my mom just calling me just to say hi? It's always such an awkward feeling, but yeah. What the hell is going on here? My other persona is tricking you guys like this? Thank you. I thought that performance was great. You know, my acting career is getting started up. I'm going to be best actor. Is that Sentry? Do I really look like Lewis Pullman? Hey, he's a handsome guy. Slice Dude coming in with a on-topic question because, of course, what we're talking. I went like this. Because of what we're talking about here today. Who will Ultraman be? This is something that, and again, I feel like I'm obviously setting myself up for failure by saying this, but I do not want this to be spoiled for me, hopefully, because I know that some people are seeing the movie early, so hopefully I don't see anything online. I have a feeling, though, it's gonna be David Corenswet, like, playing a clone of Superman, which would be so cool, because I don't know who else it would be, but that would be awesome. That would just be like so comic booky because I feel like this movie's already going for like such a silly tone, like in a good way. But at the same time, why not just go all the way in? Let's commit. Let's have the third duo or the third twin movie of the year. Mickey 17 had 2 Robert Pattinsons. Sinners, which I just talked about, had 2 Michael B. Jordans, Michael A. Jordan, and Michael B. Jordan. I saw a joke about that online. I had me dying. And then 2 David Corenswets. That'll be the third duo movie in the first half of the year. Also, that's crazy within just a couple months. I know my Wi-Fi isn't that good. I'm sorry. I'm currently at my room, so not doing too good. It's also Canada Day and also Princess Diana's birthday and Tate McRae's birthday. 2 random people, but yeah, nothing too good. And Dan Aykroyd's birthday, July 1st. Hey, guys, sorry about the lag, but please just bear with me. Please bear with me. Best Superman movie besides the original. I have only seen Superman 1978. I haven't seen 2, 3, or 4. I haven't seen Superman Returns since I was like 8 years old, so I basically haven't seen it. And I've seen Man of Steel, and I've seen Batman v Superman. You guys might want to crucify me about this. And again, we'll get to it later in the chat if you want to ask questions. The second best Superman movie that I have seen up to this point is Batman v Superman. Okay? The second best Superman movie. I do not like Man of Steel. By the way, 12 people in here. Thank you guys so much for being here. I think the second best Superman movie that I have seen is Batman v Superman. I'm actually a Batman v Superman defender, sort of. I'm not a diehard, okay? Because I don't even like Man of Steel. I don't like Man of Steel. But Batman v Superman, I feel like Zack Snyder kind of cooked a little bit. And again, I'm a James Gunn head. I mean, can we look at this? Can we look at the setup here? But yeah, I feel like Zack Snyder kind of cooked. I don't want to waste too much time on each question, though, but I just love talking on the live streams. And I love talking, obviously. Will you be going in costume to the Superman premiere? Maybe I'll wear this tee. I also, if you guys don't follow me on Instagram, you guys should. The link is in all the descriptions to my videos. And also, if you shoot me like a DM like you on from YouTube, I'll know you're not like a bot, so I'll actually accept your request. But I also have a David Cornsweat Superman suit. The only problem is I wore it for Halloween, and it's too small on me. I'm just gonna be honest. It's just too small on me. It doesn't fit. I'm gonna be real. Like I can physically wear it, but if I move too much, I'm gonna rip the seams. My fat ass, excuse my language, will rip the seams. No, but quite honestly, I ordered a large, but I ordered it from China, and I forgot that China sizes, like, they're not equal to American sizes. So even though I got a large in China, that's probably like a medium or a small. And the second I held the package, I'm like, wait, I forgot this is coming from China. Why did I get a large? Because usually I know like you should size up if you order from China. And it barely fits me. But it did fit me for like the one night on Halloween. If you guys want to see the pictures of me in that, it's on my Instagram. If you were a kitchen utensil, see, I love questions like this. Let's just keep them coming, by the way. Just keep them coming. I'm going to get to your questions. Don't worry. And also, I'm going to say this one time. You guys want to send in a super chat, which is like a donation. You know, I'm not going to like hide the fact that it is. Even if it's $1, $2, it doesn't matter. You don't have to. There's no pressure. I'm saying it one time right now. If you want to, there's the option. That's it. We're not talking about it. But thank you guys so much for being here. I'm going to answer every question anyway, so it really doesn't matter. If you were a kitchen utensil / appliance, which one would you be and why? I think I'll be a blender. I think I'm loud, but I think I get the job done. Pause. But in all seriousness, I feel like blenders, you just make such great things with them. You could blend up whatever you want. They're multifunctional. I think I could multitask in a way. And, you know, sometimes maybe I'm a little bit annoying, but at the end of the day, I'm trying to be the best person I could be and the best appliance I could be. So that's my answer, okay? Worst theater experience. Awesome question. I know exactly what it is. This isn't going to sound that bad. By the way, 15 people in here. Thank you guys so much for being here. My worst theatrical experience in recent memory, I think this was 2024 May. Back when The Phantom Menace came out in theaters, it came back out. I went to this local theater that I usually don't go to because they were playing Phantom Menace. And I remember sitting in that theater. And again, I'm sure that there's been times where kids have been screaming, all this other stuff. But I remember being so hot in that theater because it was like May and it was a really scorching hot day. There was like no AC and hungry at the same time watching The Phantom Menace. And also, maybe it's a hot take, not really. The Phantom Menace is such a boring goddamn movie to watch. And like, I get it. It's Star Wars. I'm a Star Wars fan. It's a drag of a movie. It's a slow burn. Yes, it has Duel of Fates, whatever. But I was hot, hungry, watching a slow movie. And the seat I was sitting in wouldn't recline. So I was like sitting up and my back was hurting me. 2.5 hours practically of like just excruciating pain. But I did not want to leave the theater. Obviously not like excruciating, but yeah, you know. Do you think genders were invented by Big Lavatory to sell more bathrooms? Let me put on my tinfoil hat. I think so. And those family bathrooms, I think families were also invented for that reason. See, this is the problem when I get too far behind in the chat because now I'm like, the reason for what? So honestly, guys, by the way, because I know I'm always in behind on the chat. Oh my God, I'm stuttering here. I'm talking another language. If you guys could give context to your questions, it's not your fault. It's literally just my fault, but I need to remember. Hot take. I think Superman will be mid. John, you're wrong, and I know that you're just trolling me because it's going to be a great movie. But honestly, listen, I respect that opinion. If you think it's going to be mid, that's fine. I could see why people wouldn't like this. I'm just so in love with James Gunn's style, and honestly, I love how fantastical and like extraterrestrial this world feels while still feeling grounded. Like we have like the Daily Planet crew. They're talking like normal people. You're seeing Superman show normal emotions, but also you've got like the Justice League. It just feels so expansive and the scale feels so large, but also the story feels very personal still. And I know I just watched the trailer, okay? I haven't seen the movie, but still, those are just my feelings. Have you watched Severance? I'm still on season 2. No, I love Ben Stiller. I have loved Ben Stiller my whole life. From when I watched Night at the Museum, now watching him just turn into this super impressive creative. He's also a Knicks fan, and I'm a Knicks fan. We're both New York guys. I'm from New York. He's from New York. I love Ben Stiller, man. So I need to watch Severance. And also, I don't want to be like lazy. I don't have like TikTok brain, but I know it is like a shorter show, so I really have no excuse. So I definitely should watch it. Superman will be a 7 out of 0 at most. 7 divided by 0 would actually be undefined. Therefore, this is an irrelevant comment. I'm sorry. You guys should join the Discord. Shout out to Kira, another pillar of the community. I'm assuming that you're talking about maybe my Sinners comparison. Thank you. Thank you for seeing it. My man BK, did you ever watch Daredevil? I'm going to be honest. I got through most of season 1, Not Born Again, and I just never picked it up. This is the thing. I need to just accept the fact that my place in the world, my place on YouTube, wait, I thought there was something on my eye here. Sorry, guys. Is that I'm a movie guy. I'm just a movie guy. And I'm going to be honest, I just enjoy making movie rankings. And it would just take so much time, especially because I work full time. So I got to like pick and choose every night, like maybe like 1, maybe 2 movies to watch. It's not worth it for me to watch a long show. I know Daredevil is only like 4 seasons and they're like an hour long, but it's like 40 hours worth of television. In 40 hours, I can watch 20 movies. And to me, personally, it's just more worth it. And there's so many great shows out there. I've watched Breaking Bad. I loved it. But I just need to dedicate my time to movies. I enjoy the quicker hit of movies better. Like, that sounds like I'm using an illegal substance. But in all seriousness, like, I just enjoy watching a 2-hour film. Even a trilogy of films is like 6, 7 hours maybe. I personally just prefer that. I'm sorry, at the end of the day. Theories on how Frank Castle will be integrated into Brand New Day and how far will they push the PG-13 rating. Hopefully they'll push it as far as they can. I really hope they do. They have no excuse not to. One of my main complaints, and I understand that Spider-Man, he's Peter Parker, he's a little kid. One of my main complaints is just how unserious Tom Holland's Spider-Man is. Like, I get it. He's like a younger high school kid. And apparently, like in the movies, he's supposed to be like 15, but like he looks like 20 to me or like 19 at least. So I'm just like, this is not a 15, 16-year-old kid. Like, so it just seems so childish to me. That's like one of my main complaints with Homecoming in particular, when he is like his youngest technically. But how will he be integrated? Hopefully as like a mentor or like a sidekick. If it's a 2-second cameo, why are we doing it? Who cares? Like, in a way, like how Charlie Cox was brought into No Way Home for 2 seconds. It was cool to see him, but he was kind of useless, even though he was Spider-Man's lawyer. I'm just saying. Awesome question. Awesome creative question, while still being pretty relatively simple. From my man Pizza here. Favorite Disney, Pixar, and Dream World movie? I'm assuming you mean DreamWorks. Disney, at this point in time, even though I actually haven't seen this movie that much, something about Moana just hits me in the feels. Something about Moana hits me in the feels, but also I think number 1 for me right now is Lion King. I think Lion King has really grown on me. I watched it as a kid, but I think now I really see like its 5-star potential. Like, it's a 5-star film to me. Moana's a 4.5, and then from there, like Lilo and Stitch. Pixar, Ratatouille, and Toy Story 3 are kind of like, I could change them out, but Ratatouille will always have a special place in my heart. And DreamWorks, I think the first Kung Fu Panda movie is my favorite at this point in time, especially because honestly, my girlfriend really likes it, and that makes me like it a lot more. What did you think of F1? Guys, I'm going to be honest with you. All year, I haven't really thought about F1. I have not thought about F1 in the slightest. By the way, I'm already like 12 minutes behind. I am already like 12 minutes behind on the chat. So that tells you guys how far behind we are. And oh my God, there's so many more questions. Okay, I'm going to speed this up. But still sending questions. F1, I am so excited for. And I haven't been that excited, but for some reason the past 2 days I've been seeing good reviews, and I try not to watch too many reviews. I watched Sean Chandler's video, my boy, my goat, and hopefully one day I'll be able to actually make a video with him. I watched his video, and I was like, I'm sold. I need to see this movie. I love Brad Pitt. And if this could be like Moneyball, another Brad Pitt sports drama with more action and more Top Gun style, because it's the same director, I'm sold. I haven't seen F1 now. I was kind of trolling you guys a little bit. Thank you guys, though. JP is John. I'm pretty sure. I mean, he has the same opinions. I'm pretty sure it is. Ty, explain why you love Cars 2 so much. My man is trolling me. My man is trolling me. I think Cars 2 is just abysmal, man. I like Mater like in doses in the first movie, but you make him the main character, and I'm just like, Jesus Christ, please save me. Assuming Superman is fire, so I'm gonna assume it's like 8.5 out of 10 objectively, which maybe doesn't seem too high, but I'm saying objectively. Some people think it's a 10 or a 9. Some people think it's like an 8, maybe like at the lowest. I know people can hate it, but still. What's your prediction for the box office? Bare minimum 600. I'm easily with you at most a bill. To try to narrow that down a little bit, I think at this point there's just so much momentum. It's like a freight train. Even over Jurassic World and Fantastic Four, I feel like this is the movie everyone has eyes on, justifiably so. You guys got to remember, this is like arguably the biggest superhero in the world, even though he hasn't really been done justice in like nearly 50 years. I think this movie is going to make between 750 million and like 1.1 billion. If it just catches fire, not in a Hunger Games way, shout out to Jennifer Lawrence, one of my favorite actresses, I think this movie maybe can make like 1.2. If it catches fire, like Barbenheimer level, but I'm going to go between 750 and 1.1. But I'm going to be honest. I think it's going to be closer to 1.1 than 750. He's in Ohio. That's my GOAT. Do you watch basketball? Yes, I am a Knicks fan. I'm a New York Knicks fan. I'm going to be honest. I don't like, I keep up with basketball for sure. My favorite sport's NFL, though. If you guys want to send in an NFL question or two, I'll definitely answer it. I love the NFL, American football. For those of you that are not from the U.S., even though people from the U.S. probably are sleeping right now because it's late. But yeah, I'm a Knicks fan. I just don't really watch too many games. I'm more of like a box score watcher, but either way, I love the team and I keep up what's going on. Do you think Halle Berry, by the way, Scott, thank you for the question. Do you think Halle Berry, I keep wanting to say the name of the Little Mermaid actress, Halle Berry as Storm and Famke Jensen, I know who she is, as Jean Grey will be in Avengers Doomsday? Honestly, yes. I don't see why they wouldn't be unless it's over like contract disputes. At this point, they're like 80% all the way in. Just go 100%. But guys, really quick, we've got a soda. That's how you know it's going to be fire. A Jurassic World Dr. Pepper Zero. Let's get a sip. Currently drinking Dr. Pepper Zero. I'm not going to lie. I'm on a bit of a health grind right now. I'm trying to drop a few LBs. Just for the general health. I'm getting back into running. I've always been a runner, but trying to get back into it. So, yeah. Guys, me and Kira actually are working on some stuff. We have some videos coming out with potential PowerPoint, like little quizzes and stuff for videos. That's going to be very interesting. So what made you decide to stream tonight instead of watching Ironheart? A lack of interest, or you're going to wait to binge it next week? I don't know if I'm going to watch Ironheart. After Agatha, I feel like I got shot in the head. I'm going to be honest. I know that sounds a little dramatic. The thing is, I couldn't watch Daredevil Born Again because I haven't seen the show, and I'm a big continuity guy. I'm a big completionist, so I'm not going to be watching it. Maybe I'll watch Ironheart, but I'll probably binge it. And I'm going to be honest again, the next week's a bit busy for me. I got the birthday coming out. Not the birthday coming out. I'm acting like it's a movie. I'm not exactly dying to watch Ironheart on my birthday because it comes out on July 1st again. So I'm going to be honest. Did you get the Prime Video tickets for Superman? No, I didn't. And I'm going to be honest. I have AMC A-List. Like, I want to see Superman as early as possible. But to see it 2 days early, it was just not worth it considering I'd have to pay versus just being literally just completely free. So why would I waste it? And also, as excited as I am, there is something about like those 2 or 3 days leading up to a movie where you're just so excited. So I wanted to give myself like 2 more days just to get more excited. I think that's fair game. I think that's pretty fair. Ty, for the love of God, watch Ironheart or else I fear Slice Dude might combust. Hey, we'll see. We will see. I guess you'll never know. I really hope David plays Bizarro. Honestly, that would be very, very, very cool. I'd love to see that. The same thing right here from my man Hungry. My prediction is Bizarro is Ultraman because if you're going to go to Clone Round, I don't see why it wouldn't be Bizarro. See, I feel like this is the thing. if you've got a Superman clone, but they just don't call him Bizarro, I feel like people are going to complain, even if it is Bizarro and they just call him Ultraman. I don't really see a problem with that, but I think it would be very cool. Top 5 favorite Marvel characters. I'm going to go Miles Morales, Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, the Winter Soldier, I know it's kind of a random pick, Iron Man, Star-Lord. I know I just said 5 guys, but it's more just because I'm a guy, so I can just relate to them more. I really like on the girl side, I'll do 5 girls too, because I feel like that's evening it out. Spider-Gwen, Yelena. I'm trying to think who else. I really like Jennifer Lawrence's Mystique. I also really like ScarJo as Black Widow. I don't know if that's 5, but that should be close enough. Why should we join the Discord server? Because honestly, it's awesome, man. We're always talking there. We're always chatting. It's just great. Ty, if Jurassic World is bad, how will you turn your birthday around? I won't. I won't. And it will be my last birthday. No, I'm just joking. Obviously, that's just a joke. But no, yeah, that would be very sad. Have you seen all the MCU, pre-MCU Marvel movies? No. I've seen, X-Men films. I haven't seen Blade movies. I've seen like the first Fantastic Four movie, but all of them are going to be watched before Blade comes out and also before Fantastic Four comes out, hopefully, if it ever does. So, yeah, well, no, Fantastic Four is coming out. My man, MP, thank you so much, man. That is so generous, seriously. Thank you. That really means the world to me. I seriously appreciate it. Like, actually, that means a lot. Damn, man. Thank you, man. I hope that I wish you had a question. I feel bad. I would have answered your question, but thank you so much. I really appreciate you just supporting the channel. That really means the world to me, man. Thank you so much. Seriously. Man, just a little smiley face. Thank you, man. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's Jet. Thank you. Thank you so much. Seriously, thanks. That's just awesome. That's just awesome. Ironheart is hilariously bad. It just came out. How could it be hilariously bad? Come on, John. Come on, John. Do you have a favorite musical? La La Land. La La Land. Followed by Mamma Mia. And I want to say Wicked. I want to say Wicked. And The Sound of Music. Another awesome banger. I think his fan base has money. I know, man. I know. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I'm like panhandling here. No, I'm just joking. That's why I just wanted to mention one time. I really don't care. I just do it for the love of the game. What's your long-term goal with this channel? I'm going to be honest. I don't know. Especially because obviously I don't have like the time to just completely commit and put out like one video a day. Nor do I even want to do that because I just want to enjoy my life. I want to hang out with my girlfriend, my friends, my family. I want to play video games sometimes instead of watching a movie or recording a video. I want to just go to the store. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not worth it. I don't really need this channel to grow to 100,000 subscribers. I want it to grow steadily, and it has been. I'm very grateful for that. But I don't need 1 million subscribers. If that happens one day, sure. Sometimes I do put out videos, and I'm like, I do hope this kind of blows up, especially with someone that I really put a lot of heart into or a lot of effort. But yeah, I don't really have like a specific goal for the channel, honestly. I feel like I'm always so focused on the short term also, like the next week or two with videos. I'm never even really thinking like a month in advance. I'm just going to be honest. So yeah, unless if I'm doing like a Jurassic Park movie ranking and I'll be watching all the movies like a month in advance for that, or something like that. Like Deadpool and Wolverine, I'm watching X-Men movies 2 months before because there's so many. Something like that. Keep Monetized Burn ties the 3 most popular videos, ranking every upcoming DCU project by excitement, Into the Spider-Verse vs. Across, or MCU excitement video. Immediately, I'm going to burn my MCU excitement video. I know that seems a little bit like, I don't want to immediately burn my videos, but those other 2 are pretty important to me. Into vs. Across the Spider-Verse, I think that's the one that I'm going to have to keep because without that video blowing up at all, I wouldn't have this channel. That was like maybe my 10th video, and it got 20,000 views. And I've only been able to like recapture that amount of popularity, if you will, only a couple of times. And I'm going to be also watching the DCU Project by Excitement just because I'm just so like in a DC mood right now, honestly. I'm dying to see this universe really flourish. That's the best way I could say it. Ty A. Thank you. Ty, you should make shorts that would help grow the channel. I'm going to be honest, I'm just lazy. I have 2 shorts on my channel right now. One was like a review of Captain America Brave New World, and one is like something else from a long time ago. They got a couple hundred views, but like basically I got like no subscribers from it. And I'm going to be honest with you, I hate short form content. I come to YouTube. The reason I'm not on TikTok is because I want to talk for 10 minutes. I'm just saying, I want people to listen to me for like 12 minutes and all of my thoughts. I don't want you to be like, hey guys, this is what I thought, blah, 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 blah. Okay, see you. And then you never see my face again as you're just scrolling. I want you to make that conscious decision to click on my video. Sit back, relax, and just enjoy my thoughts over a few minutes. I'm just not a fan of short form content. Sure, maybe it'll help grow my channel, but at the end of the day, I don't know. I want to keep my channel a bit, I don't want to say cleaner, but I don't know. I guess you could say. Oh, look at what the next one says. If Ty ever goes into brain rot short form content, see, I may crash out. No, I know that you mean it lovingly. That's like actually what I just said. See? Hot take. All Star Wars movies are mid. I mean, that's a hot take, but if you said most of them are mid, I almost wouldn't even really disagree with you. Even though I do love a large portion of them, but I can see why a lot of people don't like them. The Darth Vader scene where he meets Krennic before the hallway scene, he feels off. Do you agree? I'm assuming you mean in Rogue One. I actually really love that scene. I love when, oh my God, I love the quote where he goes, be careful not to choke on your own ambitions, Ambassador, or whatever he says as he's choking Krennic. So cool. And you see his shadow in the background. An awesome use of the character. And it did just feel like a cameo. It actually serviced the story, which I think is really awesome. Hopefully that's what you were talking about. Best movie you've seen in school. Awesome question. I watched One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest with Jack Nicholson, and I wasn't into movies at the time. This was like high school, which wasn't like too many years ago, but I like casually liked movies. I remember being in English class, like, oh, what's this stupid old movie my professor put on? Then I watched it, and I was like, kind of locked in, and it's a good movie. I haven't seen it since. I need to rewatch it, but One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest is one that kind of sits with me and that I think about from time to time. Are you excited for the Fantastic Four trailer tomorrow? Not to be a negative Nancy, no, only because I just don't want to see anything else from this movie. Like, I've already seen enough. I'm sold, whatever. Honestly, my hype kind of has like dwindled down a bit. I don't really know why. I feel like, I don't know. I've been seeing some TV spots and I feel like the CGI looks a little bit off. But at the same time, that's all I want to say. That's all I want to say. We're getting into deep territory here. I used to hate this idea. By the way, I'm so behind in the chat, and I'm gonna do a speed round in a second. I used to hate the idea, but I honestly really hope Pattinson crosses over into the DCU. A year 2 Batman and a year 3 Superman is too perfect. We could see them grow together. I agree. I understand I agree with what you're saying. And honestly, I would love to see them together. But I don't think it's really what's best for the future. I'm going to say it. I think Pattinson's too low to the ground. And I think that Superman's so fantastical. We need like a fantastical Batman. I don't want to see Robert Pattinson's Batman in the Justice League. That does not fit whatsoever. I love how it's like a crime detective thriller. I love the stylistic difference. I think that's awesome, especially like a universe where you're really going crazy, especially because like the MCU, a lot of the movies do feel like the same, but I do think that's a little bit too far, personally. Are you excited for Five Nights at Freddy's 2? Continue make this movie for the fans. Honestly, I really did not like the first movie. I was excited for it, but I'm a little bit more excited for this one because they said it's going to be a bit more scarier. Have you watched Invincible? I watched like most of the first season and I actually didn't really like it. But we're going to move on because I don't want to talk about that. Sounds like you're going straight to Born Again as it releases if you never pick up the original show. Maybe I will. I really might. You could be an inanimate object for the day. What would it be? I think that I would want to be like, oh, well, I was going to say like an animal, but an inanimate object. I think I'd want to be a clock on the wall just to watch everybody pass. By the way, 15 people in here. Shout out to you guys. Do you think every live action Marvel character possible will be in Secret Wars? Quite honestly, at this point, most likely. You know why? Because Marvel has more money than God, and they are going to dish it out like there's no tomorrow. So, yes. As a massive Daredevil stan, I legit spent $300 on a Daredevil cosplay. Wow, it hurts my soul to hear you say that. Oh, about my Superman suit. Yeah. Luckily, mine, and I mean, this still kind of does feel like I'm breaking my leg here. Mine was like $80 with shipping. It was kind of like a cheaper nylon one, but it was my own fault. And it's like my first cosplay suit. Not that I really have one, but it was more just a Halloween costume. But yeah. Mickey 17 was overhated. I think that it was actually overrated. I actually completely disagree. I see some people just saying this movie is like the greatest film ever, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I think it's only because Bong Joon-ho directed it. Like, I understand he's a great filmmaker, but just because his name's attached to the movie doesn't make it a good movie. It's like if Spielberg makes a bad movie, or Nolan makes a bad movie, or Scorsese. Just because they're the ones that made the movie doesn't make it a good movie. Do you think Jennifer Garner's Elektra and Wesley Snipes' Blade will return? I'm going to be honest. I just hope not, man. Please, for the love of God, the Deadpool Wolverine joke, like, till they're 90. That's what it feels like we're getting to here. Thoughts on James Gunn's comment that the thing keeping people from going to theaters more is that movies are filming without completed scripts. I watched Sean Chandler's video on this today. Interesting you say that. I 100% agree. There's other factors. Obviously, streaming has completely destroyed the factor of the movie theater. You know what I mean? Just as a whole. Especially because honestly, a lot of older people, like my grandparents, I talked to them and they're like the other day and they were like, why would I go to the movie theater when I could just sit on my couch and watch us Netflix all day? And I'm going to be honest, I don't even blame them because if you're like 80, why are you going to leave the house? They don't care about new movies, man. Whatever comes out on Netflix, they just want to sit back, relax and just chill, you know what I mean? So I really don't blame them. But yeah, the completed scripts thing, I think that is one of the bigger issues. I look at something like Sinners, why was it so good? There's clearly a lot of attention to the writing. I look at the Marvel movies that have struggled. They're rewriting the movie as they're making it. That's why they're so bad. If two vegans are fighting, do they have beef? But I think they do. I think they do. So I think they're kind of being hypocritical there. Hot take: the first 3 original Mad Max movies are not good. I have not seen. I actually have not seen. I planned on watching them before Furiosa, but honestly, I just had a bit of I don't want to say a bit of, actually, I had no interest. I'm gonna be honest. Like maybe one day I will, but I really love Furiosa. Just want to throw that out there. But I actually don't like Fury Road that much. I think it's a good movie, but I think it's kind of overrated. I'm gonna be real. I actually think Furiosa is better. Why do you hate Sinners so much? Give me a break. Sinners is, I just want to put this out here. Not that anyone really cares about like my own personal ratings or my letterbox, but Sinners is like one of 5 movies in the past 3 years. And I've watched like over 150 new releases in those 3 years that I've given 5 stars. One of 5 movies. I try to really be like cautious and careful with them. It's one of 5 films. That means a lot for me personally. So I love it. Megan 2. Slice, dude, I'm going to be honest. I might go see it and watch it just for you. Like, I'm not even joking. I'm being dead serious. I literally might go watch this and review this Friday just for you because honestly, I need to see F1 Thursday because you're just the GOAT. Oh, and then you said, whoops, I accidentally clicked send. What do you think your review for Megan will be for Megan 2.0? I gave the first Megan a 3.5. Well, like before Letterboxd. I think that I don't know if I reviewed Megan on my channel, but honestly, I think it's probably closer to like a 3 or a 2.5. It didn't really age that great in my mind, but I love how silly the sequel seems. Like the trailer is like hilariously like stupid to me, but in a good way. I mean that complimentary. I think I might give it like a 3 or a 3.5 if I had to just guess right now, honestly. Opinion on the film The Last Jedi. I really don't want to get into the details because we could be here all night. I don't like it whatsoever. I think it's the second worst Star Wars movie. I don't like it. I don't understand how people can just look over like obvious plot holes, like, and just obvious weird character choices. I don't understand. Is a hot dog a bun sandwich? I mean, if you're just talking about is a hot dog a sandwich, I do think it's a sandwich. Am I gonna call it a sandwich? No, I'm not weird. But I'm not one of these people who's like, no, it's not a sandwich. I think it's kind of weird to even just say that. There's really no reason. Delete La La Land or Sinners. I have to delete Sinners, but this hurts to say because Sinners is honestly like one of my favorite movies of the past decade. And I don't even mean the 2020s. I mean like since like 2015. Like the more I think about it, the more I'm just like, oh my God, it's just so phenomenal. It's just so phenomenal. Let's see. How much sawdust can you put into a Rice Krispie treat before people start to notice? I think that once you hit like 11%, like if you're at like 10%, it might just be a bit off. But I feel like once you hit 11, I feel like, you hit like 15%, they're going to be like, oh, this kind of, the texture's a bit off. So I think you'd have to go there. And even like they'd look at it and maybe you start to see it. I have not tried it, but I did try the Blizzard. I sent a picture of me doing the Superman post with the Superman Blizzard from Dairy Queen in the Discord. You guys should join. How many bugs can you put into a smoothie before someone notices? Honestly, I think a good amount. Like, I'm not even going to lie. I think a good amount. How old will you be turning, Unk? I'm afraid to admit this as I sit here dressed up as Clark Kent. I'm going to be turning 23 years old, man. I'm going to be turning 23 years old, which is pretty crazy to say, man. But you know what? Sometimes, honestly, I'm like, oh my God, I'm getting so old. 23 is young, man. I don't know what I'm complaining about. I don't know what I'm complaining about, man. I really don't. I can legally drink for 2 years and gamble. Like, I'm very young, man. I don't know why I always think that. It's pretty funny. If you could pick any two directors to co-direct a movie together, who'd you pick? I am going to go with Damien Chazelle and Ryan Coogler. Because you said Sinners and La La Land before. Someone said Sinners and La La Land. That would be a godly script and also one of the most beautiful films that you ever watch. I'm so serious. For the love of God, end it. Like, this is the thing. I don't mind when Marvel goes like galactic, like a random movie, but like the Marvels, you know, they're kind of like staying in their own universe, but they're going deep into space. Guardians of the Galaxy, they go deep into space. The second you start doing the multiverse, deaths don't matter because our characters can come back. And it just gets too complicated. And also, Marvel's done such a horrible job of establishing like what the rules even are of the multiverse. There's anchor beings, there's anomalies, there's this, that, there's variants. I don't even know anymore. Like, I'm just so tapped out. At this point, I'm like, just do whatever you want and I'll figure it out when I watch the movie. Like, I'm so serious. If you end up watching Ironheart but not Daredevil, I might crash out. Hear me out, though. Hear me out. I only need to watch 6 episodes of Ironheart with nothing before it. I need to watch 4 seasons of Daredevil. That's the only problem. What do you think the big bad of Gods and Monsters is going to be? Ooh, Kevin coming with a good DC question. By the way, we're going to be going for about 17 more minutes, but I'm going to try to speed things up here. I think it's going to be someone we've never seen before. Maybe like a Brainiac. Like, they're not going to do like Darkseid. I think that wouldn't really make sense. Or Darkseid, I mean. Hold on. I think it's going to be a Superman villain. I'd actually love for it to be Lex Luthor. Just kind of like a random pick. I know I haven't seen Superman yet, so it's kind of hard to say, but I think it might be Lex Luthor. That'd be kind of cool. Imagine like he just keeps pulling the strings. That'd be awesome. I might not watch Ironheart because I didn't like her character. I also didn't watch Echo. First of all, never watch Echo. You're not missing much. I didn't really like her character that much either. Like, I thought I would, but I feel like she was a little bit annoying, quite honestly. Who do you think you would beat in a fight? John Campea, 3C, Doomblazer, Cuban Crusher, or Vets? I do know nothing. I only know some of these people. I don't know Doomblazer. Cuban Crusher would kill me. I don't know Vets. I don't know. I do know nothing. John Campea, he's older, but also I feel like he's got that dad strength. You know what I mean? Like that dad strength. I think that he would beat me. And unfortunately, I think 3C. I think he has like a weight advantage on me, which, you know, I'm not like calling him out. I'm just saying, like, I think he'd also beat me in a fight. Like, I think he's genuinely stronger than me because I'm kind of skinny a little bit here. So, Ty, just a recommendation for you. You should watch Top Gun Maverick tomorrow before you see F1 on Thursday. That's great. That's a great thing to point out. I just watched the first Top Gun about last week just so that I could watch Maverick. That's a good point, though. I honestly should just to, you know, start off. Absolutely random question. Hello, are you Jewish? No. Thanks for the question. Is there a chance that Doomsday could be rated R? What was I gonna say? Is there a chance that one sec. Hold on. Okay. Is there a chance that Doomsday could be rated R? No. I think that there is no chance Doomsday would be rated R. I just don't think that's possible, quite honestly. They need to apply to like a broader audience. I think Tokyo Drift is honestly pretty awful. Like, I honestly think it's just a bad movie. Like, I'm sorry. That's just personally. That's just me personally. Are you more excited for F4 or Superman? Superman. I'm so hungry for DC content. It's not even funny. My hope is that James Gunn can make the DCU into cultural zeitgeist or whatever the phrase is like Marvel has. No, I think you said it best. Like, a lot of people are talking about it. You've got like, you know, like your high school lunch table discussions about DC. I feel like that's when you know it's like a big thing. I think it would be. I definitely should. Okay, The Crow 1994 over MCU. I haven't seen it. I definitely need to check it out, but I didn't plan on seeing it, especially because of the bad one that came out with Bill Skarsgård. Hey man, what's up? What's up, my man? What's up? What movies do you like Ragnar? Honestly, unfamiliar personally. Let's take a look here. Let's take a look here. Let's take a look here. Can't wait for the Justice League basically just to be done justice in the DC. Man, I'm with you. I'm with you. Honestly, I would hate this. I would really hate this. Sorry, guys. I have to burn through some of these questions. Who's the Batman with the most aura? Pattinson. I'm sorry. It's Pattinson. Bale, Kilmer too, but his movie was ass. Yeah, I get that. May he rest in peace. May he rest in peace. When it comes to the Robins in the DCU, do you think James Gunn will make some changes to the Robin lore? If dynamic duo is DCU canon, it's very likely. Possibly. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not like a big comic book reader. I know there's like Dick Grayson and there's like, or I don't. Is that Robin? I'm pretty sure it is, right? I hope I'm not being stupid, but I just know there's like the different Robins and stuff, the different variations, and people are very like defensive over the versions. But I think it could change the canon. I think it would be kind of cool to see like the lore that's being dropped. Most exotic food you've ever tried? I think I tried a chicken heart, which was kind of good. It just tastes like chicken, actually, which, I mean, I guess it's self-explanatory. Favorite horror franchise, if you have any? It's going to be Scream. Scream is my favorite horror franchise because I feel like it's horror, but it's also like the satire. That extra touch is just so interesting and like funny to me. I love it. I really love it. Best Uncrustables flavor. Honestly, I think I've only pretty much had like the regular one, and I really, really enjoyed it. I think it's great. Just think it's great. Uncrustables are overrated. I haven't had them in a very long time, but I think they're good. Kira, get out. It's pretty funny. This is my man Pitt. I had to beg people to watch Sinners in theaters instead of waiting for it to hit streaming. You got to support the movies, man. And also seeing it in the theaters is a different experience. Do you want to make a movie one day? Yes, I currently have an idea for a short film, but quite honestly, I am too scared to act on it, and I am too scared to what's it called? I'm too scared to just do it. I'm gonna be honest. I'm literally just too scared to do it because it's gonna take time. It's gonna just take effort, and I'm lazy. I'm gonna be real. If you could mash 3 movies into one, that would likely result into a disaster. What movies would you pick, and how would you make it good instead of a disaster would be otherwise? My mind immediately went to if we mashed, and I talked about this in a video, I think today or like the other day. If we put Craven, Morbius, and Madam Web together, I know that sounds kind of stupid, but it could have worked with like a good script. If you develop the characters well, have them just team up for like a good movie. And I'm talking about if you wiped like the other, what's it called? If you wipe the other, oh my God, man, I'm just completely forgetting. If you wipe their actual individual films and you just had one team up movie. So I think that as long as you have a good script, like we talked about before, you'll be fine. You get a decent director in there. I think they all have potential as characters, but even though I don't really like Jared Leto, quite honestly, but yeah, I think it could have worked. Hungry Almighty, I think for the DC though, skip the comic lore. Yeah, hopefully. I'm watching Ty Review's broadcast instead of studying for the CPA. Listen, man, you gotta get that test done, man. You gotta study. My man Pip, though. Shout out to him, one of my best friends there. Favorite, by the way, go check out his channel. Go check out his channel if you guys like pickleball. Favorite childhood TV show theme song. Drake and Josh bangs, and Sweet Life on Deck also bangs. Trying to think of other ones, it's just tough. Pings of the Discord GIFs. If you guys don't know, you're gonna have to go check them out. But I just love them. Thank you so much for making my man Ravo here. Just incredible. I think isn't confirmed. Yeah, it's not confirmed yet. It's not confirmed if it's DC or Elseworlds, but I guess we will see. Ty, me and you have a 3-year age gap. Don't you dare say you're turning old. Well, you have 3 years. You're 3 years behind. So, I mean, what are you worrying about? I mean, come on now. Before Ryan Gosling, who is your childhood celebrity crush? I remember that I used to watch Jessie, and I was like, oh, Debbie Ryan. So that's kind of like my answer, kind of just like a random pick. Are you excited for Damien Chazelle's next movie, Evel Knievel on Tour? I am, but we just have gotten no updates, and it kind of just sucks when there's no updates on a movie. Just kind of sucks when that happens, you know? What do you think? Who do you think will be? Hold on. Who do you think will be the? Wait, I'm sorry. We're 50 minutes in. I can't read. We'll be going for about 9 more minutes. Who do you think the big cameo that will be in Peacemaker Season 2 James Gunn is referring to? I'm going to be honest. I think I know what it is. I think I know who the big cameo is. I think it's Superman. And I think I know why. James Gunn posted on Instagram. He said, hey, look, it's me and the Peacemaker cast and Superman. There was a day or a couple days where they were actually shooting on the same lot, the Warner Brothers lot, so I could run back and forth between sets. You know what that means, right? I know it's hard to put big actors in shows because contractual things and all that, but James Gunn's probably like, David, listen, I just need you to just run over to the room next door, film a quick scene, come back. It's going to be Superman. I hope it is. I hope it is. Because, again, it seems crazy. Like, no, a big character like that. It's not like why would Iron Man, Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man, like show up in like a little Disney Plus show? Doesn't make sense logistically. But I think it does now. And I think that the DCU, it's going to have those like constraints off, basically. Ty, if I ever get famous in Hollywood, could I hire you and put you on all my projects? Honestly, yes, 100%. 100%. There's actually no doubt about it. After the multiverse saga, and we know they might focus on mutant characters for the next saga, who would you recast for Wolvie and Deadpool? I think that there wouldn't be another Deadpool. I think there will be another Wolverine. I'd really like Daniel Radcliffe as Wolverine or Taron Egerton. Egerton, I don't know how to say his name, but I like both of them. I think they're both just great. Thank you, my man MP. Really appreciate it. Really, really appreciate it. Why do you pronounce GIFs with a J? Because it's GIFs. I'm not gonna say GIFs. It's I don't know, man. What am I supposed to say? See, it's the correct way, guys. We're running out of questions here. We're running out of questions, and we've got 7 more minutes. What are we doing here? I agree. See, we're team tie. My man, Lil Bro, my little bro right here. Just popping in to say hi and keep up the work. I'm from the UK, currently in America. I hope you're enjoying it. Can't wait to watch Superman with the US interactive cinema audience. You're in America for the most American superhero ever. I think that's honestly pretty awesome. I really hope that you enjoy it. For once, I am finally caught up in the live stream. It's honestly a miracle. I mean, I got the Clark Kent outfit on. It's just amazing. It's truly amazing. It's going to be hard for me to realize that I'm seeing Superman before everybody in the Discord and won't be able to discuss with you guys so much. Listen, I definitely want to hear your thoughts. I need to hear your thoughts. You know what I mean? Because I don't want the spoilers, right? And I don't want to hear that much, but I think we've got to hear it. I think we've got to hear it. Shout out to one of my best friends right here. Well, my best friend. Who am I kidding? My man, Chris. Love you, buddy, here to support. I love you too, my man. That's my GOAT. That's my GOAT right there. That's my GOAT. Okay. Nacho Libre or School of Rock? I've got to go School of Rock because of the fact that I just think it's one of these things where it's such a special movie. Kind of gets like your foot tapping. Jack Black is just going all out. And I think the story's actually good. Like, they're both funny Jack Black movies, but I just think the story is good. By the way, really quick, what's the Discord? The link is in the description of all my videos. So if you click any video and drop a like while you're there, definitely be sure to take a look. Definitely be sure to, oh my God, guys, my brain. Be sure to join. Do whatever you want at this point. Ty, am I your favorite lesbian? You're the only lesbian I know, so yes. Ty, am I your favorite not lesbian? I'd have to say no, unfortunately, just because parents, my girlfriend, I hope isn't. I'd have to say that. So I'm sorry. But you're one of my favorite people in the Discord. You're one of my favorite friends of the channel. Back to a normal question. Ty, what's the greatest movie score of all time? So now I gotta moderate the chat over here because you guys are scaring me over here with the questions you guys are gonna ask. What's the greatest movie score of all time? Just score, not soundtrack. I want to say I'm just such a big Harry Potter fan. I just think that the entire franchise, even the non-popular songs, John Williams cooked. Because I listened to the score. I also really Interstellar is incredible. Interstellar is really incredible. So I'll give credit to Hans Zimmer. But yeah, there's just so many great ones. Let's take a look here. Let's take a look at the next question. What's your favorite place you've traveled to, or where do you want to travel? Currently looking to travel to either Greece or Hawaii. Completely random. I don't know when I'm gonna. I have absolutely no plans. Favorite place you've traveled? Recently, I traveled to LA for the first time. It was super awesome. Really loved it. And I've traveled a lot, honestly, especially more across the US. I haven't really been out of the country. We've got about 4 more minutes, so send in any questions that you guys want to talk about. Name a flaw with Captain America Civil War. I instantly came up with one the second that I saw this. It's an ugly looking film. Like, it's so like there's a difference between trying to go for a dark tone and looking ugly. Like the Batman has a dark tone, but it's literally like the most beautiful looking movie I've ever seen in my life. Captain America Civil War, especially like the airport battle, it's like an eyesore to look at. Like it's just so bland and flat. And I love the movie. I love the movie, just to be very clear. I really do love the movie. My favorite jet, airplane. Actually, no, because I'm a New York Jets fan. So I'm sorry. But thank you for the donation. But also, I have to be honest. You're my second favorite jet, though. Let's make that very clear. What are your top 10 movies? Ahmad, I'm going to try to do this for you really quick. Off the top of my head, like I won't even think. I'm not even going to think. Goodfellas, Jurassic Park, Ocean 11, La La Land, The Batman, Across the Spider-Verse, Captain America Winter Soldier. I'm going to go Uncut Gems. I'm going to go my brain's frying Ratatouille, and I'm going to go Toy Story 3. That I probably missed like so many good movies there, but that was like my quick one. Ty, what is some advice given you by grandparents that you still think about day to day, or just a piece of advice that really impacted you? I think a piece of advice, honestly, like from a grandparent, I mean, they've just told me so many great things. Shout out to them. I love them so much. But one thing that I think about every single day, just a random piece of advice, and I will say this to you guys. I mean, this is going to sound very cliche, but for the love of God, just try to be the best person that you could be every single day. It doesn't matter if you have to sacrifice sometimes your own personal feelings, and I'll explain what I mean about that in a second, even just to make someone's day. Let's say someone says something to you that bothers you. Just let it go, man. If it's not that serious, just let it go. It's no big deal. If you can hold the door open for somebody, hold the door open. You know what I mean? Say thank you as much as you can. Say please as much as you can. If, one of your friends is in a tough spot, try to help them out. Just try to be the best person you could possibly be. And I'm going to be honest with you. The reason that I say that is because of the fact of with great power comes great responsibility. And the way that I take that, the Spider-Man quote, of course, in case you guys for some reason didn't know that, the way that I perceive that quote is that with great power, the power that I have as a human being to be nice, because I have the power. I have the ability to be a good person if I want to, right? Or I could be a horrible person. I have that power. Comes great responsibility. So I think that I have to be responsible with that power. And it's my responsibility to use that power as much as I can. I don't mean to preach to you guys. I mean, I think that's like a pretty chill thing, but I think the great power of being a good person, it's your responsibility to use it. That's how I perceive that quote, especially because I don't have superhero power. So what other power am I going to have? Ty is overstimulated. Honestly, maybe like a little bit, 100%. Maybe this is a hot take. Shout out to my man Kevin here. I think my favorite Superman chest shield is actually this one. Maybe it's a hot take. I'm just not a big fan of like the dark navy on Cavill. By the way, we're gonna go for about 2 or 3 more minutes. That's just me personally. Shout out to you, Kira. Shout out to you. Will a girlfriend ever cameo in videos? She actually has been in a video or two if you guys want to check it out. Fake fan. You're 100% my favorite Marshmello, especially because I don't listen to the artist Marshmello. We got to speed through some of these guys. I'm sorry. Is there any Tom Cruise Mission Impossible movie stunt you think you could successfully recreate? 100%. I think I could recreate the Dead Reckoning one. So I would get on the motorcycle, and I think I could ride it in a straight line. And then I think I could jump off, and I think I could just get the parachute off. I will most likely die. With that being said, I have technically done the stunt. And also, they could get the shot. Like, the shot would look cool. The only problem is we'd have to film the rest of the movie beforehand. Because, again, I will be perishing doing the stunt. But they'll get the shot. Like, I could physically ride the motorcycle a couple feet and just fling my body off. That would be my thing. For sure. You're up there. Don't go to Greece if you don't like cats. They have a million. Do if you like seafood and nice weather. I'm allergic to shellfish, believe it or not. You started a trend. Favorite food and place to eat? Well, I'm not going to dox myself, but my favorite food is pizza, and my favorite place to eat that's known everywhere is going to be. I'm just gonna throw out like Shake Shack. Just a big Shake Shack fan. I'm a big Chipotle fan, actually. Chipotle I eat a lot. Explain why the Toronto Raptors are winning the chip this year, going 82-0 and sweeping the Knicks in the 1-8 matchup. My brother in Christ, they are not even making the playoffs. So I'm going to be 100% honest with you. Are you excited for the Odyssey teaser that's supposed to come out next Thursday? Yes. Just because I don't know what to expect. I think that's why I'm so excited. Like, I just don't know what to expect. I'm really excited. How's the Wes Anderson project going? I may or may not have had to sort of give up on it slightly. I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys. But listen, guys, I'm going to finish up these questions here. Okay? I'm going to try. Great top 10. Thank you. Favorite game? Single player, probably Red Dead Redemption 2. Multiplayer, even though this is kind of single player, maybe Minecraft. Or, well, also I like Skate 3. I like sports games. I'm not afraid to admit that, like Madden and college football. But yeah, I like a bunch of stuff. Besides Wanda, is there any supposedly dead MCU character you think is secretly alive? You know, the problem is, I want to say Steve Rogers. My problem is with the multiverse, I kind of have to like roll my eyes and just be like, I guess anybody that died. But I think Steve Rogers maybe, because they never really confirmed that he died. Late, but I'm here now. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. Timon and Pumbaa or Rocket and Groot? I think that I like Rocket the most out of all these characters, but I think Timon and Pumbaa, I think, are like better as like a duo, if that makes sense. Because Groot, I mean, he just says like, I am Groot, which is fine. I like it. I think it's funny, but yeah. He's ending the stream. I know. I just got here. But listen, we have 2 more questions because there's one more question that I feel like I do need to answer. What fictional superpower would you want to have? I think the most useful one would be like super speed, like being a speedster, or teleportation, even though like, is that like really a superpower? But I could just teleport anywhere. I could teleport into like a bank vault if I really wanted to. I could teleport wherever I want. So I think I'd choose teleportation. I think that would just be awesome. Just go wherever I want at all the time. And the last question up, why are you goated? You know, at the end of the day, I can't really answer this question. I don't think I can answer this question. I think it's just up for the world to decide. Because quite honestly, I don't think I'm goated. I don't think I'll ever be goated. But the important thing is, I'm trying my hardest to be goated. And I'm trying my hardest to be the best person I can be. But listen, that's going to just about wrap it up for this live stream. I'll see you guys potentially after Superman the next time that we talk during a live stream, which is pretty crazy to think about. But listen, thank you guys so much for the donation. That really meant a lot to me. You know, Mr. MP here, Mr. Jet. It means a lot. And thanks to all of you. Thanks to all of you just for being here, sending in the questions. I love talking to you guys. And I'll see you guys in the Discord if you guys are going to be there. But listen, yeah, remember when I let you borrow my Lamborghini? That was actually a really good time. But listen, guys, thank you guys so much. My man Slice, dude, thank you. Thank you guys for being here. Really appreciate it. Hope you guys watch Ironheart. Have a good night. And I will see you guys next time. I will see you guys. Thank you guys for being here again. Bye.